Hi everyone, let's start our Sprout Session 6, Reporting and Analytics. So this is the final project syllabus. So today we're going to talk about reports and analytics. Please submit your report 4. Then we're going to talk about social monitoring. And at the end of the April, you're submitting your final presentations. And on April 29th, you're submitting your final paper. In your final paper, you have to include all the results of 4 weekly reports assignments in your final project. Based on listening, what kind of publishing have you done throughout the semester? So what are your reports like? The analytics. How did you use the analytics tools that we learned for your brand? Show us your efforts in increasing the engagement. If you have any DMs or comments that you dealt with, I would love to see those examples too. So let's get into reporting. Reporting starts from clicking reports in your dashboard. So reports can be found, the third one from the bottom. So this is the reports home. Under the profile performance, under the cross network, you'll see the overview and the performance summary, including impressions, engagements, and post link clicks, and your audience growth. So this is the reporting data availability. For Instagram, they upload in every 15 minutes after you publish your post on your Instagram. However, every data will be collected after you connect your profile to Sprout. So that is why it was really important to connect it as soon as you created your Instagram profile to Sprout in the very early of our semester. Let's view the report glossary. This is the overview, and we have performance summary. And if you see here, the 3 dots on the top, you can click the view report glossary. You can also view the cross-network audience growth, meaning that if you have more than one social media platform, so for this example, we have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and you can see how many new followers you gained on each day. So if you move this, your mouse on this graph, you'll see how many people increased and decreased. In profile data, you can see how many people unfollowed or unliked your pages as well. You can also customize your data by clicking filters on the top right corner here. You'll see every platform that you connected. However, you have choice to choose which pages that you want data from. And then here, when you see this calendar sign on the top here, you can also compare the direct range of your data. So for this example, we compared from May 29th till June 11th, this versus May 15th till May 28th. So it must be from May 29th, they launched a new campaign or some new types of messages were disseminated on social media. So they wanted to compare the effect of this campaign. And also, if you click export here, you have several options to export your data. So usually I like to export this in CSV. So if you want to do more in-depth data analytics, you can do it in Excel or SPSS after you export your data. You can also see the audience growth metrics here. You'll see the number of total audience, total net audience growth, net follower growth, net fan growth, Instagram net follower growth. So you can see how many followers increased for each platform. Also, you'll see the message volume under cross-network message volume, and you'll see the number of sent messages and received messages. So you can see how many messages were sent and received per day for the date range that you selected. Also, you'll see the cross-network impressions. You'll compare impressions across each of networks you connected to Sprout. So for Twitter, for Facebook, for Instagram, for LinkedIn, you'll see the total number of impressions. And you'll see how, on each day, how many impressions there were in every platform. This is to compare the profile performance. So you'll see the cross-network profiles. You can compare different profiles you connected with Sprout. So you'll see which one performed the best, right? So for this one, let's see, Facebook's Sprout Coffee did a really great job. The audience growth, number of audience is the highest, and also net audience growth is the second highest, but the impression is the highest. So you can compare your profiles in this way. Also, you'll see Instagram reports under Instagram reports, and you can click the Instagram business profiles because we created Instagram business profiles for our final project. So let's better understand your audience and see how they engage with your content. In the overview, you'll see the impressions, engagements, posts per links, and also under the Facebook audience growth graph, you'll see the organic page likes, paid page likes, page unlikes, which is sad, but it sometimes happens, right? So for a specific day, how many organic likes did you gain? How many paid likes did you gain, right? Same for the publishing behavior. It's very visually appealing to see this, right? So this person had the lowest number of publishing for the videos, but they had a good amount of photos, but the fluctuation is a little bit big. There were some days that almost none of it were posted. So if you see this graph, you'll see, oh, for which content I should work on more. You'll also see the Facebook top post. You can also have the same data for Instagram as well. So if you see a specific type of message that worked really well with your publics, then you'll keep putting effort on publishing those messages instead of the others. Organic impressions versus paid impressions, right? So for this graph, the paid impressions was a lot higher than the organic impressions, and you can see this in quantitative measurements as well. Also, you'll see the video performance. What was really interesting for me in this data is that you'll see if it was autoplayed or people actually clicked it and played it. So if you clicked it and watched it till the end, that means something, right? Also, you can see the number of reactions, comments, shares, post link clicks, other post clicks for the Facebook and Instagram pages. Also, for demographics, it is required to have more than 100 engagements and 100 fans to get that data from Facebook. So when this is available, you'll see your audience demographic by gender, age, and location. So for here, you'll see the comparison between the first time frame versus the other, and you'll see how much growth did we achieve throughout this time frame for fan number, net page links, published post, impressions, engagements. Same for the Instagram profile. You'll see depending on what kind of content that you created, published carousels, which means the number of pictures in one post, published videos, and published photos in a graph. You can also see the highest performing hashtags here. So most used hashtags and top hashtags by lifetime engagements. So if you get this data, you'll learn, oh, this hashtags really work. So I should keep using this, right? Detailed story performance. So Instagram has stories, right? So this is how your stories performed. If you got the story reply, story taps back, story taps forward, story exits, which is sad because I want them to be more engaging, but they had really low number of exits, but story taps forward was higher, and some story taps back as well. So I hope at this point you have enough data to talk about from your own page, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.